Hey guys, totally lost you there. I'm really sorry. Had a big old technical glitch, and the good news is we made it all the way to day 18 before that happened, but it's still very frustrating. So that means that when we post these videos, you're going to see a part 1 and a part 2 because it's going to break it into 2 different videos. So all right, but most of you found me, so thank you for popping back on, and I'm sorry that I lost you. We'll make sure that both of these videos make it up onto the website so that you're not losing any content. So right back into chapter 40, essential rewards. We're going to fly through this. So there are 3 things that you got to do to be able to grow your business. You got to teach classes, you got to get people on essential rewards, and you got to train your leaders, right? You did find me, Moretta. Good job. Thank you, Sienna. It's good to see you too. Of the 3, essential rewards is the only way that you can rank successfully. So without training the lifestyle, there's no business. You can sign 100 people this year, and if you don't get them on essential rewards, then you're not going to see any rank up at all. They're all just going to drop off your team, like I told you in the very first video. So you've got to go into every single class with essential rewards right in the forefront of your mind. You've got to offer yes and yes options. There's no no. There's no no to essential rewards. It's yes and yes. So you have to offer good, better, and best. That's some training from Vicki Opfer that I absolutely love. If you haven't checked out her heart-centered sharing stuff, it's just phenomenal. 190 PV, 250 PV, 300 PV. You haven't missed anything. You're good to go. All right? And you were just saying about what we don't need in your back. So good, better, best. 190 PV, 250 PV, 300 PV, instead of never even mentioning essential rewards at all. Because when you feel it's too expensive on top of the starter kit, you've already shot yourself in the foot before you've ever even started the class. You're bringing your prejudices into the class with you, and you're peppering that class with doubt before you ever even start. Don't do that. Don't do that. So the way that you train your budding oiler is by using specific language. You are saving them the most money by offering essential rewards. I want you to consider this. This is some of the most powerful writing in the entire Unstuck book. So those of you that I lost between the first and second video, I really pray you hit play and you listen to this because it's really important. Number 1, if you buy oils for them, if you were placing an order and you say, hey, anybody who wants to order anything, go ahead and just hop on my order and I'll place the order for you. If you buy oils for them, you are stealing their essential rewards points and their free oils. You're stealing from them. You're taking from them, okay? Number 2, if you allow them to buy 1 oil instead of the entire kit, you are stealing their wholesale membership at 24% off, and that is taking money out of their pocket. Don't do that. All right, don't do that. That's thievery. And number 3, if you never train them on essential rewards, then they never train the few people that they sign because they're going to copy what they see you do, and they never get their oils for free, and now you've stolen their paycheck. So by your fear, you are stealing their ER points, you are stealing their free oils, you are stealing their wholesale membership, and you're stealing their paycheck. It's really powerful stuff when you start thinking about it like that. Don't just add their stuff to your order. You're actually hurting them by doing that. So instead of looking at that initial cost, look at the long-term cost to their family when you stay silent. I've lost count of the number of people that told me, Sarah, if you told me about ER at the beginning, I would have done it. Your silence is because of your fear. It's not because of them. It's your perceptions of what they will think of you or what you think they will think of you. And it's costing your new oiler money. So stop sabotaging your business and stop sabotaging them. Stop it. There's a lot of tools to train essential rewards, and they are phenomenal, the ones that are out there in Young Living. I cannot see a reason to discourage you at all from using any tool that's been generated for Young Living. I use a specific set of tools, but it doesn't mean they're the best. It just means it's what I use. I did design the Diamond Rising deck around the tools that I personally use to help you keep track of how you're training your team. And that distributor card is my secret weapon for ER training. I love it. We're going to go through that card. We went through it yesterday, line by line. You can click on it on my website and look at the card up close and see if it's your pot of tea. But
I will tell you that it's a game changer for running your new oiler through an aromatherapy funnel and for remembering where you left off, because knowledge is power. And if they know that burning a candle in their house for 2 hours is the equivalent of smoking a pack of cigarettes, they're a lot less likely to go home and burn candles in their house. If they know that 40% of all candles have lead in the wicks, and they don't want lead in their paint in their house, then it's the same lead that's poisonous to them and to their children, then they're a lot less likely to go home and start burning that stuff. So education happens piece by piece and conversation by conversation and class by class. If you have to have 7 to 15 conversations to get the point across to a new oiler, how do you do that without coming across as a salesperson? It's simple. It's very simple. You're going to think I'm being overly simple here. Keep the education, keep the focus on education, never on sales. Keep the focus on education, never on sales. I get most of my personally enrolled through on Essential Rewards through continuing education. I don't pick up the phone and say, did you get your kit yet? Got your kit yet? Got your kit yet? Well, that's 3 times. I got 4 more to go. Got your kit yet? Got your kit yet? Got your kit yet? That conversation never happens like that. I just start by making sure that they have the core 5 classes, so oils, thieves, Ningxia, Savvy, CBD. And you can teach, did you know you could teach a Savvy class with no makeup? I'm going to train you how to do that. No makeup at all. The videos are powerful enough to keep you from stocking $1,000 worth of Savvy and giving it all away in makeovers. You guys know my thoughts on running a Young Living business and spending less than you make. I think God is really going to honor you if you're not spending a ton. I would rather see you take your check and put it in your gas tank and drive to where you know people than take your check and drop $1,000 on every single shade of makeup. All right, that's not good business stewardship. They can color match with the Savvy Mineral swatch card in the virtual office, and then they can order their own product to play with it. So I'm going to train you when we do the Savvy class how to get every single drop out of that kit. Every single drop, and without actually having it in front of them, not every single color. So just educate, guys. If they've had the 101, then you funnel them to the 102. If they've had the 102, it's time to funnel them to the 103. And usually by the time they've had their first 3 classes, they are ordering Ningxia themselves. They are restocking their thieves, and they're branching out into other thieves products. Just Ningxia alone, if they're ordering for their family, that's 70 PV a month, just that. They're stocking the thieves Essential Rewards bundle regularly. They're ordering oils, and they got 50 ideas in their head for Essential Rewards just from those classes, not to mention the 3-month ER wish list that you build with them that I showed you yesterday that's right in the back of Fearless. So the fortune is in the follow-up, and the follow-up is in the funnel. All right, the follow-up's in the funnel. That's how you remember where you left off. So you see, guys, you're not salesy when you train. You're not salesy. You have been given this supernatural gift of wisdom, and you need to share it with the world, because I truly believe that if most people knew what was inside their cabinets, they would make a conscious effort to start cleaning them out. John and I have had some really good conversations of whether or not we're going to buy the house that we're living in right now, because it is in a suburb and it's in a subdivision, and there's houses just dink, 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 dink right on top of each other, and every single house around us sprays. Like every single one. So I'm looking up the half-life on spraying and pesticides, and do I want to breathe that stuff in? I can't put a garden outside because my neighbor's going to be spraying their lawns, and it's going to impact my food. So I have to do everything hydroponics in my house. And I'm like, oh, but we really like where we are, and we love the house, and do we want to stay here and all that? But you know what? I'm like, shoo, man. Give me 15 minutes with these people, and they realize that the stuff they're spraying on their yard is going to give them cancer. I bet you they probably wouldn't use it. So just sitting down, I go, we have 90 people living in the subdivision. Watch me. I go, give me a couple years and watch me. I'm going to get every single one of them to stop spraying their lawns. Every single person. And John's like, okay, all right, But here's the thing, guys, you have wisdom, and you need to share it with the world. And I truly believe that if most people understood what was in their cabinets, they would make a conscious effort to start cleaning their cabinets out. They just don't know. So that's your task. Train them. Don't beat them up over their ER order. Just train. Run them through the funnel and talk to the humans on the street. Yep, exactly. Convert the neighbors. Hashtag convert the neighbors, right? So let's talk about the funnel. How does that work? Well, one person becomes a member on my team, and I start that distributor card for them. I'm talking about the Diamond Rising deck. You guys heard me discuss it yesterday. I'm not going to go through the whole card again, but I'm going to train you how I use it. If you want to see the card, it's up on my website. You can look at it close up and go see if it's your jam. So once a person becomes a member on my team, I start a distributor card for them, and I paperclip that card to the Contact Me card in the Diamond Rising deck. And 92% of people on my team, that's as far as they're going to go. They're going to have the Contact Me card. It's going to tell me all the things they're interested in and they want to learn. And they're going to have a distributor card, and they're going to be ordering for themselves. 8% of them are going to turn around and share with somebody else, and those are my potential business builders. Then they're going to get a third card. That's the Diamond Rising Leader card. And those 3 cards will track them from me prospecting them all the way to Royal Crown Diamond. All the times I've trained them, all the coaching, all their weaknesses, everything. It can literally get tracked on 3 4x6 cards. So you could track their whole Young Living journey. You've already been trained on the Contact Me card. Let me just tell you how I use the distributor card out of that deck. So if they're not on ER yet, I put that little Post-it note sticky note in the top of the tab of the card, and then when I have 10 minutes to do follow-up, I grab 2 or 3 of those cards and I get to work. The Contact Me card is going to tell me how they want to be contacted. Where are those on your website? They're under the share button. They're under the shop button. There's a couple pages in the shop button, so you might need to click through a couple pages, but it's up there. It's also on day 17 for boot camp. So if you want to click there, it's up there. And I'll add it to day 18 too, so it's easy for you guys to find. So this is what the funnel looks like. Number 1, you're going to walk through the starter kit together, showing them your favorite uses for each product. How do you like to use frankincense? Well, maybe you add it to your Art Gentle cleanser, right? How do you like to use lemon? Maybe you got a little SADD going on and you're just really sad in the middle of the wintertime. It's dismal and cloudy. I just moved 7 states south, and you know what? It was all cloudy outside today. I'm like, dang nabbit. I'm like a state and a half from Florida, and it's still cloudy down here. So I get my lemon going to my diffuser, right? Because it's like sunshine in my diffuser. So talk to them about some of your favorite uses. Number 2, I put a pocket reference guide in their hands. You get those at discoverlsp.com, and I train them how to look things up. I just talk to them and say, listen, I don't know about your knee. I've never had that happen with my knee before, but if you click on knee, if you open this book and you look up knee, this is what it's going to say. And so just experiment. Your biochemistry is a little different than my biochemistry. What works on me might not work on you, and I'm not a doctor and I can't diagnose like ever, but this book will give you some really, really good starting places. Those neighbors don't know who moved in. Sarah Harnish is going to change your life. You're very funny, Tammy. I love you. So then the next thing I do after I got that ref guide in their hands is I give them Fearless. And I give them the Fearless calendar, which we've got that hyperlinked also on my website. That's going to train the lifestyle. You don't have to train the starter kit. They've already got the starter kit. You need to train them how to unbox their kit, use every single oil in their kit, get the diffuser going for 30 days, use the oils aromatically, topically, and internally, log into their virtual office, place an essential rewards order. Those are the things you want them doing the first 30 days. Like if you could sit down and you made a list of everything you wanted your new oiler to be doing the first 30 days, it would be in Fearless. Every single thing that you can think of that you would want them doing. Watching all the videos on the Getting Started tab, learning the VO enough to be able to place an Essential Rewards order, making a 3-month wish list of Essential Rewards orders, getting their reference guide out and laying it side by side with their catalog and looking some things up. That's the stuff you want them doing right when their kit shows up, right? You don't want their kit in the bottom of a closet somewhere. You want it open, you want that diffuser going every single day, and you want them playing with the oils, right? That's what you want your brand new oiler doing. You want them getting excited. And the reality is, a lot of them are not going to do it. I mean, most of us have ER percentage rates, 30, 40%. That means 7 in 10 people are not doing the things that are in Fearless. So get Fearless in their hands and incentivize them to read the book and incentivize them to fill out the calendar right when they bought their kit. They're super excited about having a brand new kit. So, getting their diffuser going 30 days, how to read labels, how to look for poison in their house, how to engage in the 3-cabinet challenge and look for toxins, going on a scavenger hunt through their entire kit. It is the most comprehensive checklist for fully training a new oiler that is out there. I mean, there's nothing as comprehensive as Fearless. So just print the calendar, accept the 10 challenges, and then go oil on. Number 4, I also use the calendar as a tool to get them on ER, and I've already told you about this previously. where I will have them take a screenshot when they get the calendar filled out, and then I will do a $25 credit to their account or send them a $25 check and just say, hey, you know what, as soon as your ER order goes through, I'm going to come alongside you. I'm going to gift you this just for filling out that calendar because I believe in you. I believe in this lifestyle. And when I see your first order go through, I'm going to credit that, some of that back to you, $25 back to you, because I'm willing to give up some of my paycheck to train you how to use this stuff because it is the best decision I've ever made. How do you find your ER percentage rate? I do that with an app that you download to your phone called Oily Tools. All right. If you need any help with converting neighbors, I'm literally on the South Carolina border. I can help. That's fine. You can't find the calendar on the website. It's on the Fearless page. So if you go to share and you click on Fearless, you'll see all the Fearless stuff there in one spot. So whatever book you're working with, guys, all my resources for that book are under the name of the book. So all of the Unstuck stuff will be under the Unstuck book tab, boot camp, all the things. Everything you need for Unstuck is under one button. Everything for Fearless is under one button. Everything for Ignite is under one button. Everything for Game Plan is under one button. Okay? Very, very easy for you guys to be able to find stuff. So the next thing I do, so let's do this again. We walk through the starter kit. I give them a reference guide. I give them Fearless in the calendar. I use the calendar as a tool to get them on ER. Number 5, the next thing that I do is draw up a 3-month ER wish list with my new oilers. So I'm going to pull out that contact me card. I'm going to get them funneled to those classes, those core 5 classes, and learn about some of the things that they're interested in, and open up the ref guide, open up the calendar, the catalog, and just say, okay, what do you want to try? All right, what are some things you want to work on? Let's draw up a 3-month ER wish list of 300 PV, and I'll just put a star next to a couple of these. If you want to keep it to 190, you can get these few things, and you can keep your order to 190. But here are the things I'd recommend for a 300 PV order. And you pick 5 oils that are not in the starter kit, and you write down what they do in the margins of the catalog. How would their family use that oil? Train them to start researching. I love to use the line, I'm not a doctor. I'm never going to be a doctor. I'm a mom. I'll never be able to diagnose you. So calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning is the same as calling a friend. I don't have any medical knowledge, but I can look things up. And so if my ear hurts, I look up ear. I mean, 90% of what I've learned was simply because I played just like we're doing right now. I played around and it worked. So you can call me, but we're going to be doing the exact same actions. We're going to be looking things up in the same book. Let me teach you how to fish instead. You are about to see what God can do with the plants that He created. The ones He created. So never paint yourself as an expert. That's the way to have a really low stress job. Number 6, in the same session, I like to show them how to log into their virtual office and how to place an Essential Rewards order and a one-time order. Tell them they can only place one ER order monthly. So I save all the items I want. I try to get as many of them as I can on that one order so I get the most points and the most free items. And they got to spend at least 50 PV for ER or 100 if they want their full paycheck. Number 7, I show them how to generate their link. Now, this is something we haven't talked a lot about, but they're 90% more likely to stay on your team and not go inactive if they have one person under them that's on Essential Rewards. So generating a link is super easy. Let me just flip my camera around. I'm sorry it's glitching for some of you guys. I'm not sure what's going on tonight. I think Facebook's having a weird time tonight. But if you go into your virtual office, let's see if I got my VO open. Nope, but I can fix that really quickly. If you go into your virtual office, you will see Member Resources right here. Click on that, and underneath Member Resources, you will see a button that says Link Builder. Do you see this? This is where your link builder is. You click on that when you have a brand new person, and it's going to put their number right here. Okay, in the sponsor ID and the enroller ID, it's going to have them logged in with it. So you're going to put if they don't have it typed in, you'll type their number in, and then it's going to give you a link right here with their number in it. So you just copy that link and you send it to them, text it to them, Facebook it to them, Instagram, IM it to them, whatever. Whenever they want to sign anybody up, all they got to do is click on the link, and when it logs them in to have somebody get a new kit, it's going to have their number already filled in. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, somebody with absolutely no knowledge on network marketing at all can literally log right in and have somebody sign up under them without even knowing what they need to do. So it's called the Link Builder, and it's under Member Resources. It is amazing. It's one of the first things I do once I show them the virtual office. I generate a link and I send it to them, and I say, listen, if your mom wants to get a kit, give her this link. It's got your information in it, so you will get the full paycheck for all that work. If your best friend wants it, give them this link. Okay, no, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's literally right in your virtual office under Member Resources Link Builder. Super easy. You just got to put their number in for the number. So their number would go in for the sponsor, and their number will get in for the enroller, and then you generate a link and you copy it and you send it to them. It's great. Now they can sign up anybody without having really any knowledge at all about the virtual office, and it's already going to have their stuff plugged in, so they get the paycheck for it. So that's one of the things that I like to train them on. When you guys have your Diamond Rising cards, it's built right into the deck to train them to generate a link. So now they're ready for continuing education. If they still aren't on ER, it's time to get them to the Core 5. If they started with a Thieves class, you're going to get them into the 101 or a 103. There are textable classes. There's free PowerPoints. There's scripts. There's 30-day challenge calendars for every single one of these classes. So you're just going to get them funneled in. So we got walk through the starter kit. Give them a reference guide. Give them Fearless in the calendar. Use the calendar as a tool to get them on ER. Draw up a 3-month ER wish list. Log into their VO and show them how to place an ER order. Show them how to generate their link. And then continuing education. Get them funneled into the Core 5 classes, because they're way more likely to find some product they're going to order every single month if they've had all of the classes. So here's some advanced aromatherapy training. You might not have noticed it, but if you flip the distributor card over, there's more training on the back of it. And it's the same thing with your Diamond Rising leader cards. There's business training on one side, and if you flip it over, there's advanced training on the back of it. So, and we'll go over those leader cards we'll probably go over the leader cards when I do the coaching with you guys, the coaching session during boot camp, but I'll post that to the Unstuck page also. So advanced aromatherapy training, at this point it's really good to get into a team event, the Core 4 classes, a specialty class, a refresher class, anything you guys are doing, anything rally affiliated. I know Young Living isn't doing rallies anymore, but we do have kickoff events, and twice a year we get together, so release new products, convention, any of that kind of stuff. So get them plugged in. Number 10, are they interested in the business? You know me, I always give the business teas at the very beginning. That's why I give the Game Plan Mini out, those little $1 books, just like Fearless. We have so many people doing the business because of that little book. So, all I did the first 2 years of my business was I didn't have that in print. I had it in a couple sheets of paper, but I put those papers on every single seat of everybody who came to my 101 class, and John and I picked up over 800 leaders the first 2 years of our business from the content of the mini. So it's called Your Game Plan, Build a Life Beyond Survival Mode, and it's just to get them thinking forward about where Young Living can go. Number 11, maybe they're not open to teaching their own class, but they will open their friend circle to you. We trained on Friends of Friends yesterday. You saw how powerful that is. If you had 100 people on your team and you got them through the Core 5 and they all got an ER at 300 PV, you'd be 5,000 away from hitting gold. Right? 30,000 OGV is what you would have if you trained your team about thieves and savvy and CBD and Ningxia and oils. So Friends of Friends, tap into Friends of Friends. Number 12, ask your new oiler if they're on your aromatherapy page or on your business training page. Make sure they're plugged into your social media, and they're getting updates from you. Number 13, after 3 months, I want you to sit back down and revisit their wellness goals. And it might be something where you drop another 3-month wellness plan. You see how the other ones went. You're going to get new ideas and you're going to learn new things just because of their experiences that they've had. Marietta says, I just booked a class today with a stranger that attended my class Saturday. I cannot wait to tap into her friend circles. I like the way you're thinking. Good job, good job. Marco Polo app is really good for touching base with people. It's quick, it's short, on your cell phone. Another thing is just Zoom. Get on Zoom. I teach classes. I just taught a class today with somebody in Utah via Zoom, so that's good because you can see their face. Number 14, make sure you're building the relationship. So that means talking to them, responding to their social media posts on multiple platforms when talking about oils, building trust without being a salesperson. You don't have to have a business page or social media page, Tanya, if you just started the business. If you have 30, 40 people on your team, it's probably time to start a Facebook page so you can connect with them. Because otherwise you got to keep track of all of them by text, right? Or writing or calling, and that's hard. So it's a lot to remember. That's why I have the cards, because it's a little funnel. You just put a check mark on there, and when you go back and look at the card, you're like, oh, geez, yeah, I haven't touched base with them in like 4 months. I need to go make sure they got plugged into a 102. I need to make sure they've seen the NINGSHA class. So this is my aromatherapy funnel. This is the training that I use without being a salesperson to instill the value of a chemical-free life. There's no timeline for working through the cards. Some oils might take a long time. Some might be through it in less than a week. I had one woman literally do like all 5 classes in a span of a week. So pace doesn't matter, but freedom does matter. Freedom does matter. So make it a goal to help your personally enrolled get all their orders for free. That is like the hallmark of this entire chapter. I'm going to say it again because it's so important. Make it your goal to get all of your personally enrolled to get their orders for free. If they have 10 to 12 people under them on Essential Rewards, so that would be signing 2 people in their Friends of Friends for a Thieves class, 2 people in their Friends of Friends for a NINGSHA class, 2 or 3 people in their Friends of Friends for an oils class that they host, 12 people under them on Essential Rewards, likely they will never pay for their oils or their NINGSHA again, like for the rest of their life, okay? So make it your goal to help them get their orders for free. If that's your goal and you're working to help them and they start seeing the paycheck and they realize they don't have to do anything, right? They just have to open their friends to you so that they can be able to get their orders for free. It's amazing how many of them are willing to open their doors, right? Pace doesn't matter, just freedom. You got to love them more than you're thinking about your organization and building your business. So as I was writing this, I got this question from Patty Cushing, who I just love her so much. She said, this all makes sense. The people I've introduced to ER have used it, but not all the time. And people have said, no, I just want to try the kit first. How do I let them know that it's a lifestyle change without sounding too salesy? Patty, it happens organically. And it happens naturally through training, but with a lot of sweat and exhaustion too. As I teach over and over and over again, that secret is teaching. The secret is relationship, and the secret is making it about them. Make the investment of your time, because you can either sell or you can invest, and I choose investing. Investing is how I get my ER orders so high, because people can tell if you're being authentic or not. They know. So I pray that this funnel gives you some new ideas to approach people, because it's worked really, really, really well for me. I went and approached a whole team of missionaries that I was working with, and I was in a room of 45 missionaries, women, and they just, I asked them, I said, am I salesy to you guys? And they're like, no, you're not salesy at all. They just wanted the information. And missionaries can be a really tough crowd to crack, because most of them are on mission support. The last thing they want is a sales pitch. They need to see your heart, they need to see your passion, and they need to see a way to make it work. They need to know that they'd be able to afford it. And I said, listen, guys, you guys are all missionaries, but not every friend you have is a missionary. So get them in front of me so I can help you get your order for free. And they did. They did. And so now we've got all these teams of missionaries just absolutely booming on my team. They will move if it's their own decision, if it belongs to them. That's why nobody likes to be hounded by a salesperson, because they feel bullied into the decision. Don't bully them, educate them, and then stand down. Or Sarah style, go invite to the next class, right? Go invite to the next class. Just kind of funnel them to the next class. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is transfer buying. Because this is huge. This is a huge talking point for our team, and we're talking about Essential Rewards. I already talked about using the right language when you go into a class, expecting them to get on Essential Rewards, running them through a funnel, what that funnel looks like when I first start training them. Now we're going to talk about transfer buying. This isn't you adding things to your order for them. This is them realizing, oh, I can buy toothpaste at the grocery store or for myself. I can go buy cleaning solution and, surface cleaner down the street at that store, or I can order it from myself. So getting them to realize the value of transfer buying. Your team's already buying certain products from the store. They already are. So why can't they just buy them from themselves? You're going to save it in your budget, right, somewhere. Sarah, please can you explain again about getting your order for free? Yes, Talita, what I was saying is if you have 10 to 12 people under you on Essential Rewards, you're going to get enough of a paycheck that it will cover your ER order. At 100 PV, 250 PV, it depends how much they're spending, those 10 to 12 people, but it's going to cover your order. So make it your goal that when you sign somebody, you get 12 people under them on ER. You keep teaching classes till they have 12 people under them on Essential Essential Rewards so they don't pay for their order. Then if you have somebody under them that just takes off and they're spending 300p every month, then I go teach to their circles and I try to get 10 to 12 people signed underneath them. It doesn't mean every single person on my team I'm going to do that with, but the people that are diehard oilers that are really excited, that see the lifestyle, I'm going to go teach the core 5 and try to get 2-3 people signed at every single class on Essential Rewards and run them through the funnel so they don't have to pay for their orders. All right. Alice says, I don't like people who are salespeople. I don't either. So it's really good because we're in this together. But you know what I don't like? I don't like poison in my home. And I don't like my kids breathing poison. And I don't like them walking on poison when I mop my floors. And I don't like them eating poison after I wash their dishes and poisonous dish soap. And I don't like giving them cancer with all of the ingredients of everything that's in our house. And so I don't feel like I'm being a salesperson when I'm protecting my friends and my family and friend circles by saying, listen, this is really, really, really important, guys. You got to pay attention to this. You know, your body's a temple of the Holy Spirit. You cannot poison your body and beat your body up and expect to be able to do what you were called and created to do. You're not going to get that decision. You're going to feel sick, groggy, exhausted, fatigued, and God forbid that lead to some other things happening in your health because of the poisons you keep hitting your liver with every single day. God didn't intend our body to be able to function that way. So, you know, sitting down and training them in the lifestyle so they understand why it's so important, it's critical. You know, it's critical. For me, this is truly a life mission. This isn't a joke, and it's not about sales for me. God has blessed us with the diamond ship, but whether the diamond ship was there or not, I was doing this for a very long time before God gave us diamond. That's not what this is about for me. It's about keeping people safe and getting them to truly understand the stuff they have in their house is dangerous. It's very dangerous, and only they are the protector of their homes. Okay? All right, so transfer buying. They're going to save it in their budget somewhere. And so they can apply the money that they're using, to an Essential Rewards order instead and buy the same products. They're going to get 10% back on ER right away, 20% at 4 months, and 25% after 25 months. So with oils, a little bit goes a long way. A single concentrated bottle of Thieves laundry detergent lasts me half a year. And we do like 17 loads of laundry a week. I'm not even kidding. Even with 5 kids and 2 grandkids. So if they order from themselves, instead of giving their money to the local grocery store and they train their team to do the same, they're going to find it a lot easier to hit 190, 250, and 300 PV tiers. I'm not just ordering oils I want to mess around with and see what they do. I'm ordering supplements that my family needs, including first aid supplies like mineral sunscreen, Lavaderm, and insect repellent. I'm ordering cold and flu supplies like Inner Defense and Super C and Thieves. I'm ordering personal care products to keep my teens from stinking, like deodorant and shampoo and toothpaste. I'm ordering cleaning supplies like Thieves Cleaner, dish soap, laundry soap, hand soap, Thieves spray, Thieves hand sanitizer, veggie wash. I just used that tonight with our broccolini. I'm ordering OTC medications. Yeah, I just said that out loud because that's what they are. Over-the-counter medications, which have FDA approval, by the way. We're the first company to do that in the whole world. All right, to have oil-infused OTC medications like Young Living acne treatment and Young Living Thieves cough drops and Young Living Cool Azul pain cream. That's why we can call it acne treatment and cough drops and pain cream. We have the right to make those claims because we've tested it with the science and we have been found correct by the FDA. So we are allowed to use that kind of language. I talk about swapping out supplements like Life 9 and multigreens and even food like einkorn crackers and einkorn flakes. My granddaughter just had einkorn flakes for breakfast this morning. These were all things that I purchased before Young Living. So instead of spending $50 or $100 a week at the grocery store, I'm investing in my family business and I'm training my team to do the same. But Sarah, the laundry soap on Young Living's site is so much more expensive than what I buy locally. Really? Let's take a look at that, all right? It seems like it costs more than what you're spending right now, but not when you factor in free oils, not when you factor in oil-infused products on Essential Rewards, and all the free ER points that you accrue, and the 24% wholesale discount, and the 10 to 25% Essential Rewards discount, and the multiplication factor of every single person on your team doing the same thing, and seeing all of those actions in your paycheck. Suddenly, $29 laundry soap that lasts 6 months months isn't so expensive. I would spend at least $10 or more on cheap, toxic laundry soap in the same time frame. And because it wasn't concentrated, it's actually more like $20 because I need to buy twice as much as I do with Young Living. I definitely don't get 25% off either bottle. So that alone takes my Young Living laundry soap cost to $23. And I don't get a paycheck from my friends when they buy toxic, cheap laundry soap. And I also can't use my points accrued for my cheap laundry soap to order my toothpaste for free. Oh, and I'm poisoning my family with toxic laundry soap. So that's a big deal, right? Young Living makes sense. Suddenly those two prices are the same when you're factoring in the 24% off and your ER discount and your points and your paycheck. It's almost the same price, right? So you can either poison yourself or not poison yourself, and no toxic chemicals. So I'm going to wrap up with this. One of my Crossline friends who's Young Living Platinum, Kelly Underwood, she's an amazing woman and she's a hoot. She is so stinking funny. She had the best write-up that I have ever seen on transfer buying. And so I asked for her permission to reprint it in this book to bless you because she's just a genius. She really, truly is. She wrote this in 2017, but I think it's just phenomenal. So it's funny because Kelly was actually at Target when I wrote her for permission to use her writing in Unstuck, and the whole piece that I asked her for took place in a Target store. She even sent me a photo. You can't even take this stuff up, like make this stuff up. Kelly is absolutely legit. So let me just wrap up with this, and we'll tack our closing chapter on to tomorrow because I knew I was going to need a whole night just to talk to you guys about ER. So this was Kelly's Facebook post. It's awesome. She says, OMG, OMG, OMG. So you guys know it's not my writing, right? Because I don't write like that. You guys, guess what just happened? I went into my local Target. Surprise, surprise. I know. And all these flashing lights went off. And Usha, my favorite Target cashier, congratulated me. And she handed me a red card with a 24 on it. I asked her, what's the 24 for? Does that mean that I get $24 off my purchase today? She shook her head no. And she told me I would get 24% off today and every day for the rest of my life. Wait, what? Somebody get me a power wheelchair because I don't think I can walk. 24% off everything? I already shop here. I already love this store. I noticed my new red card also said VIP 25 on it, and I asked her what that was for. People, OMG. Listen to this. She said anytime I shop there, they're going to give me 25% back in a gift card to buy almost anything in the whole store. Holy, and then she had a whole bunch of characters after that. Usha, you're telling me that for every $100 I spend here, you're going to give me a $25 gift card? Usha nods her head yes. And I'm picturing all the $25 gift cards racking up. Cha-ching. Then Usha tells me in her excited accent that every time I spend $100, is it even possible to leave without spending at least $100? I would get a free gift. Are you guys freaking out with me here? I am sitting in a Target power chair when she hit me with, and my eyes are wide like saucers. Every time you bring a friend in the store with you, you get $50. And that friend gets the same perks that we're giving you. Hello to all my friends that are signing up. I just scored us a huge win. Then this chick hits me with another, and the people are all gathering around me because I'm basically Target famous now, and they're getting ticked because Usha keeps piling all these deals on me and not them. And she says, and just for being a loyal customer, after you make just one purchase a month for 3 months, we're going to send you another free gift. And at 6 months, we're going to send you another gift. And at 9 months, you guessed it, another gift. And another gift at 12 months. You guys, I stink at math, but even I know this is special. This is huge. This is a deal worth bragging about. This is news worth sharing, which is why I'm sharing it with all of you. When I woke up from my amazing dream, I ran to my wallet for my red card, which is sadly just a regular red card. That 5% saving seems like a huge buzzkill now. I mean, a measly 5%, I kind of want to cry. However, Young Living actually is a dream come true, people. All of that amazingness that happened in my Target dream happens every single day with Young Living. As a member, you get 24% off retail for the rest of your life. With their rewards program, you get 25% back to spend on almost anything you want. When you place a 100 PV rewards order, you get a free gift every single month. You also get a free gift after 3, 6, 9, and 12 months of consecutive orders. And you get $50 when you refer a friend to Young Living and you hook them up with their own starter kit. The best part is I don't have to look up the ingredients in Young Living's products. I know they're safe for my family. So where would you choose to spend your well-earned cash? My wallet, my precious children, and I will be getting anything and everything I can from Young Living. It just makes sense. Are you already using the Essential Rewards program? Drop a bag of cash below. Wondering if you're missing out on the best deal? Comment with a question mark. Whew. That was Kelly's writing. Pretty crazy, huh? So before we walk away from Kelly's mic drop moment, I had to ask her a question. I couldn't help it because I'm a news anchor and I've been a news anchor for 23 years and curiosity is just part of my nature. If I meet you in person, I will likely ask you many questions too. What I wanted to know was, does Usha really exist? Because that's kind of an uncommon name, right? Here's the story behind the story because I interviewed Kelly and actually asked her about this. Usha does exist. She is Kelly's favorite cashier at Target. The above story did happen in a dream, and Kelly is a very gifted writer. So here is Usha. If you guys have Unstuck, you'll be able to see the photo. That's Kelly. And there's a picture of Usha, so you can see your name tag, Usha. And there she is. That's pretty crazy. So we've completely derailed this chapter, but it does get the point across. Train your team to buy from their own business. If you owned a shoe store, you would not go across the street and buy shoes from another store. You buy your own shoes. So in the words of Kelly, it just makes sense, right? Now let's move to a last topic related to Essential Rewards, and then I've trained you on all the things that I can think of with Essential Rewards. You guys have asked me to type that out, so I will go get her writing and I'll paste it on the site so you guys have a copy of it. So the last topic here, the process of signing somebody up on ER and the actual words that you use. So far, this has been the most comprehensive ever training on ER. We've gone an hour and 15 minutes between these two videos just on one topic of Essential Rewards, right? Now I'm going to give you the words and I'm going to give you the system and then you're off and running. So you ready? My goal with this chapter is confidence, because if you have confidence with ER, you got a business, right? Go get your motivation oil out, go breathe that puppy in, because it's going to give you some confidence to get out there and share this way. I want you to know how I get people on Essential Rewards. I'm going to walk you through exactly what my classes look like so you can see how I lay it out in front of newbies. I don't save it for the end of the class and drop it on them like a bomb. My husband's got a t-shirt. I told you guys this earlier. It says, my wife isn't fragile like a flower. She's fragile like a bomb, right? You want to be that bomb. Be the bomb. So I don't save it for the end of the class and just drop it on them like a bomb. I pepper the lifestyle through the entire class. I pepper my why through the entire class. And that bold close is the icing on the cake because they've already been prepped for it. So here's a laundry list of a couple things I do. We're going to do this in 60 seconds and then we're going to wrap this video up. And tomorrow I will train you on all things how to close. And we only have 2 days of boot camp left. Like, we're at the very, very end. That means the next 2 days are going to be a lot of crying, right? They always are with our boot camp videos. So here's what I do. Number one, I open the class with my personal story and my oils journey and my distrust originally for all things natural health. Number two, I tell them I'm going to share some testimonies of what I've seen the oils do at the end of the class, and they should stick around to the end. Number three, I jump into the 101 lecture and I explain what the oils are. I talk about them. I talk about peppermint, pass it around because it also wakes everybody up. Number four, I do a little tease of the ER promos right there at the very beginning of the class, and I say, this is the premium starter kit behind me on the table. It contains 12 bottles of oil, Ningxia, Thieves products. This is where I started my journey and where I recommend you start yours too. When you order this, you're getting really close to getting all of this stuff for free. And then I point to the ER promos. I always get my order pushed through at the beginning of the month, so I have the ER promos to teach off of in my classes every single month. So this makes a really, really strong case for why you should be getting ER at 300 and 400 PV monthly. Because if you have the product to showcase in a class, you're a lot more likely to have 300 and 400 PV orders underneath you. If they can see it, if they can touch it, if they can smell it, it's going to go a lot further than seeing an image on a computer screen. So I would recommend that you go to Wild Go Plus, go set it up, expedite your shipping, put your order in on the first day of the month, overnight ship it at a discount, and then if you have any class after the 4th or the 5th, you'll have all those promos to be able to showcase. Number 5, when you pass those ER promos around, give a little tease on what each product can do. Tell them how you use them. Share the personal stories you have. You can even type up a little tiny cheat sheet that you print out and hand out that they can take with them every single month that just talks about some of the ways you use the ER promos for the month of freebies. Number 6, I print off a quick picture of the freebies on ER with the uses, and I give it to each person. Number 7, I like to promo the ER items at the beginning of the class because I usually go through the kit at the end of the class, and so it lightens the amount of things that I'm throwing at them in one lecture. If I do the ER at the beginning, I can do the kit at the end. And the last thing is when you're done with the ER, with the 101 class and you're on your close, bring ER up one last time. And let me give you a little script to help it roll off your tongue. In the PowerPoint presentation, these are the slides that I made to showcase the benefits of Essential Rewards, and it pairs perfectly with this little script. And I'm not going to read the whole script to you, but it is in Unstuck, and it's very, very powerful. It's about a page long, but it will be built into the PowerPoint. So go read those PowerPoints, all right? So let's recap. Have your promos at the front of the room and pass them around, your ER promos. To do that, you place your ER order early in the month and have it on hand. Talk about what each product can do. Share your testimonies on the freebies. Type out a little cheat sheet with a photo and the explanations of the ER promos along with. At the end of the class, give a little 3-paragraph ER script and encourage them to sign up with ER right away, right when they get the kit, because the kit is going to count toward their first ER order. You want that 100 PV to count toward it, because then you only spend 90 more and you're already at the first tier. But once they check out, they can't ever go back and add their kit to their ER order again. So it only counts toward ER one time. You want to do it while they're checking out. Saves them $100 extra that they would have to spend, right? So use that to your advantage. You can offer a little gift for getting on ER right away, like a roller of an oil that's not in the kit, or a $3 glass spray bottle for the thieves cleaner, with a little thieves cleaner in it. But I love to incentivize them to get on ER right away, and I have bundles just for people that got on ER at the class. That's it for Essential Rewards. Those are all the things that I do for Essential Rewards. And it was one of the best Young Living decisions that I have ever made. Our home looks very different now than the day that I got my kit. So it's about these little tiny steps. Each decision's part of the process of tossing those toxic chemicals. You're drawing that circle around your house saying just because it's in the store and it's deemed safe does not mean that it's for me. So now that we talked about ER, tomorrow we're going to talk about closing your class in a way that leads to kit sales. You guys enjoy that training? It was like legit. That ER training was all the things that I do in my classes. This is what we got left with boot camp. We only got 2 nights left. So tomorrow we're going to do closing your class, and grass is greener on the other side in a spirit of contentment. We're going to have 3 chapters. And then the last night, we're going to talk about expectations and rinsing and repeating and closing out with hope. And I'm going to end with Gabe's story. So it's going to be just a phenomenal, phenomenal last 2 days. Some of the most powerful days of boot camp. You guys are real troopers for hanging out all the way to the end. We're down to our last 2 nights of training. But I will be demoing over the coming months every single one of these classes. And we're going to be getting all these PowerPoints up for you and tons of freebies. So every time I have another thing, I'll send it out on my newsletter first. Make sure you're up on my newsletter at oilabilityteam.com. There's a little pop-up. Get on my newsletter so you get all the updates when we release new things on the website for free. And follow me on Instagram too. I release stuff over there. It's at Sarah Harnish. My name's kind of a pain to spell, so make sure you get all the S's and C's and H's and stuff. But 2 more days left. You guys can do it. We're at the very, very end. Thank you for hopping on for Unstuck Boot Camp. I hope you enjoyed the ER training. Tomorrow is all about closing your classes. And now you know how to listen, how to ask the right questions, how to use a funnel, how to aromatherapy train them, how to get them on Essential Rewards, how to train the lifestyle. Like, we have done so much skills training, how to find an audience, how to talk to your cold market. I pray this boot camp has just blown your doors off, and that you guys can go out and use this knowledge, pass it to your teams, duplicate this training among your teams, run Unstuck boot camps with your teams, and let's just fire up Team Young Living and get everybody to the next strength this year, because it's time. It's time to get oils in every home in the world. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the second to last night of boot camp. Bye.